Well, these, another wonderful archive, hasn't been unrolled since they were rolled up. Mum and Dad finished the mosaic, and he would have rolled them up tightly, bundled them together, marked them with marks that related to another design that he would have had, which would have been a small copy of the actual painted design with the numbers of each sheet. So you know exactly which sheet you've got. Now I haven't got that in front of me, so I don't know what they are. So this is completely lucky dip to see what we're going to get. Oh, great. Lovely. Now, because I haven't looked at these for so many years, the really extraordinary thing is that he drew them in charcoal, but he's gone over them in paint to make a more definite line. Lovely sketch technique here. It's got a really lovely finish. These look very fresh, don't they? What's interesting about that is that now, and this has been no discussion with my father about this, because we always used to draw in charcoal, and then we'd fix the charcoal with a fixative like hairspray or something like that. But now I just draw in pencil, and I go over with a big black permanent marker, which is just what he was doing, but with paint. Here we have one of these wonderful little weapons that you can see in the museum in Newport. But that's a lovely head, isn't it? I really love it. And this rifle, I know this rifle is in Newport City Museum. So let's just try another one and see if we have so much luck. Oh, I've got a few pikes. Actually, this is a really interesting thing because, you know, we were speaking earlier about putting in portraits of your client into your work, just as Giotto did back in those very early Byzantine days. This gentleman is Mr. Geoff Thomas, who was Assistant Chief Engineer at Newport City Council. Now, the last time the theft occurred was actually not that many years ago, it was about 4 years ago, and I did some public meetings in Newport. And of course, the people that come to the public meetings are the people that want it saved, or the people that want it changed. And everybody else who's ambivalent are not there because they have no interest. You know, the loudest people are always the people that want to make their point. I felt that there was a very positive move to the status quo, really, to keeping, not to keep the city centre as it is, because we all know John Foss Square needs upgrading, it needs development, it needs change. It's the lifeblood of retail in that area. And the city centre, it's the heart, and it needs something. But what it doesn't need is its landmarks taken away and its artwork destroyed. It should be retained or saved in some way. Of course, there are people at that meeting that thought that I would just like to have a remake so that I have an income for the next 10 years, but it doesn't really work like that in my book. I actually don't like remaking work that I've made before. It's very boring. You know, I want to make art. I want to make new art. And I want to make art that's relevant. And remaking existing works is not my idea of fun.